Today is Thursday, Parashat Lech Lecha. Every parasha has many lessons to be learned from it. There's one lesson that we learned from the parasha of this week, that is the idea of Derekh Eretz. Derekh Eretz means, being grateful, being thankful, being polite and considerate of others, caring for the feeling of others. And we learned this from a certain episode in the parasha of this week. The episode starts with Avraham Avinu and Sarah coming to the land of Canaan. There's famine in the land and they have to leave to go to a place where they could find food. They go to Egypt. Avraham Avinu tells his wife, Sarah, please tell them that you're my sister, because otherwise they would have killed Avraham. She was so beautiful that she's taken to the palace. But anytime that Paro wants to come close to her, or anybody else, there's an angel there that smites them. They're all smitten, and then Paro realizes that there is no chance. Actually, he's so afraid that he tells Avraham, please leave. But before, he gave him flocks, sheep and cattle, and gave him rechush gadol, great assets. So Avraham Avinu, who went down to Egypt as somewhat of a poor man, or a man with limited means, leaves Egypt on the way back to Canaan as a wealthy man with many assets that he got as a gift from Paro. The pasuk tells us, "Vayelech lemasa'av," and Rashi explains, "K'shechazar miMitzrayim leEretz Canaan," when he went back to the land of Canaan after leaving Egypt, "Haya olech velan be'achsaniyot shelan ba'alichato leMitzrayim." He would stay at the same inns, the same hotels, where he stayed when he was on his way down to Egypt. And Rashi says, Limedcha Derekh Eretz. He taught you here Derekh Eretz, the proper behavior. Because when he went down to Egypt, maybe just by way of illustration, he stays maybe in Motel 6, somewhat a cheap hotel, a cheap place. When he came back from Egypt, he could afford a suite in the most expensive hotels. But he wanted to show appreciation to the places where he stayed when he was on his way down, when he could not afford more expensive lodging. He stayed in the same places. And that Rashi tells us, this is to teach us Derekh Eretz, to be grateful and to be thankful and to be concerned with the feeling of others. So that from this we learn also, our sages teach, that if you came to a city and you stayed in a certain place, it was a host who took you in. If you come back again to the same place, the same city, you should stay in that same home. So the person who hosted you should not feel, chaz v'chalila, heaven forbid, that maybe he didn't treat you right, maybe there was something wrong. You stay with him again to show an appreciation and to show Derekh Eretz. And it's been said that Derekh Eretz kadma la Torah. Derekh Eretz means even before the Torah was there, to teach us the great importance of how we relate to others. And this is just one of the lessons from the parasha of this week. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.